How you doing, Condorian? Sorry, I was doing a continuation. So basically, to finish off that story earlier, it was basically the whole, you know, like I said, it was a Cinderella story, basically, where the woman is basically busting her back for the man, right? And dude, it disgusted me hearing this story. It really did. As a fellow dude, I don't like the idea of another person in general. I don't care if it's a man or female, because I've seen both sides. Being, I've mind you, I've heard stories from it, and either way, it still made me disgusted beyond belief. Like, why would you treat someone else on that side, right? On any side in general, like crap. And basically, the problem that I had was the guy was so misogynistic. He could not to mention he had an ego the size of Texas, and that's saying a lot, folks. As I add Texas with China, and you'll get his ego. Holy crap, man! Like, this guy could not fathom in his skull like how bad he has done, right? Like, he could not do it. Even till the end, he was like, I cannot believe this is happening. So anyway, so basically the guy comes in, always basically blustering, saying, I was like, what the hell, you are a failure of a wife, all that junk. And the girl trying to be as sympathetic and loving as possible. Mind you, it hurt me hearing this, going, holy crap, I want to hear what's going on here. And the lady is sitting there going, why? I was like, how come you're always late to, from work and everything? And there he is, blowing up again, going, how dare you, question my fertility? And I was like, you know what? I have been cheating on you, crap like that, right? And the guy and the girl goes, what are you talking about? Do you remember what happened last time? And this is where the twist is. Apparently, according to the story, the guy has been cheating more than a few times. The girl is being way too accommodating. After the first time, I would have kicked him to the scale and curb. The guy is literally just so misogynistic in his head that he thinks he's a gift of all men to all men and women. That he thinks that he has the right to do whatever the hell he wanted, right? He could basically say, hey, you know what? And it was like he could basically go out and tell anybody anything, and he'd be absolutely correct, because no one will challenge him, right? Turns out, because of his mega ego, he thought he was higher up. He was just a drone, folks. He was just a drone. Like, he was to the point where he thought he had all the power. There was nothing to it, folks. There was nothing to it. He was just a middle management. He barely had enough power to tell anybody to scrub the door. Like, holy crap. Anyway, so long story short, it got worse and worse to the point where he really pushed his luck. He really did push his luck, because when he said that I've been cheating on you, she basically said, you know what, I'm done. I'm effing done. Do whatever you want. And this, apparently, in his brain, was sitting there going, well, I always have and I always will. By the way, I want you out of this house. It's like, why would I leave the house? I mean, after all, it is my house. It's like, no. I'm the man. This is my house. I've been paying the bills. And this is when the girl finally gets her act together. Frankly, folks, these stories just basically mentions the fact that all these people have been going through these situations way too long. Personally, if it was me, and I know this is just a segue, if it was just me and I saw this the first time, mind you, I understand being patient at one point, because this girl was patient. 3 years, folks, 3 years. This chick has been going through this crap, and she knew every single time this guy was basically going on with another girl. And I'm laughing my ass off going, oh my God, this chick is fucking evil. And in a good way, in a good way, because there's always the evil way and there's the other way, This chick was using her evil. She was basic. I swear, I could almost, at this point, picture her in that seat, like as Dr. Evil, you know, like where her seat turns around, there she is with the cat, evilly looking at the guy, and the guy is like, why are you looking at me like that? As the girl lifts something on the desk, revealing a red button, right? And she pushes the goddamn red button, and then there's a trap door underneath the fucker. And he goes, oh shit, you know, and then you hear the crocodiles munching on him. Basically, that was the scene in my head as I'm hearing this whole story turn. Because this is my favorite parts of the whole stories, where the guy gets what his fucking comeuppance. Mind you, I've seen girls doing it the same way too. Where the guy's getting the same thing, right? Where basically the guy is the one pushing the button. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is the very end of this story. So basically, she basically tells him, you know what, we're done. It's like, what are you talking about? I want a divorce. It's like the guy goes, what the fuck are you talking about? Divorce? You don't have the spine to do it. It's like, oh no, trust me, I have the spine. Remember all the time you said that I never done anything around the house? Well, guess what? I've been recording every time you've been telling me off. You've been telling me that I'm useless, filthy, all that crap. I've been recording all the times you told me that you've been cheating on me. And I even hired a private detective to make sure this happened. And I'm like, damn, did she just a mic drop on his ass? And the guy goes, man, what are you gonna do with any of that, man? That doesn't prove shit. It's like, you're still my wife. And it's like, no, we're getting a divorce. And if you contest it, man, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna hit you harder than a freight train. Because this point, I'm actually okay with her, you know, taking him to the cleaners. Because like, if there's evidence that this girl is being mistreated, that's when it's okay to take him to the fucking cleaners. Because this guy is a complete and utter misogynist, and I'm fucking embarrassed to call him a he, you know? Like, holy crap. It's the individual, folks, that I have issues with, that do this crap. Is the person that treats another person so horribly. So I'm very embarrassed that these people are people, you know? I can't say I'm happy with hearing any of this. Anyway, so basically at the end of the story, the girl finally drops the bomb that like, if I have all the evidence, either you sign the divorce papers. She basically had to blackmail his ass to finally sign the goddamn papers, because the fucker was a pathetic piece of shit. And I do mean a piece of shit. Like, this guy did not want to relinquish any of his power. He did not want to say, well, okay, I fucked up. Yeah. No, he fought tooth and nail to basically said, I want to keep you. I deserve a loving wife. And the chick, man, I'm like, you had it, and you went cheating on me multiple times, and you bragged about it. What makes you think that you deserve to be with me anymore? The guy fell silent. And of course the guy had to feel silent, because he had no rebuttal, even in his majestic mind. No, long story short, he finally got the divorce, had to pay alimony, all that, right? They didn't have kids apparently, but like, I would have been like, man, I've seen similar stories on either side where the kids were involved, and it was a messy affair. Holy crap. When I'm putting out any of this, this is just an example, guys. If you guys want to check out those videos, just look up like disputes between two people, and I'm pretty sure you'll find them. They're texts, mind you, but the stories are very convoluted. I love them. Yeah, I'm a drama mom. I'm a drama daddy. Like, I hear these stories and I'm like, I gotta hear the best ones. My favorite ones are the ones I just pit out. Like, those are my favorite, because I want to hear. I love the concept of vengeance. Like, these guys do it in the most way. Like, I've seen ones. My favorite ones are the no mother-in-law stories. Those are my favorite, honestly, because I love hearing that these people get their fucking comeuppance. Like, in the beginning, they're getting everything they want. They're like a divorce from somebody else, whatever, or until they get to the point where they ask for something completely impossible. Like, for instance, a story is where a mother-in-law or a father-in-law goes too far and asks for something like an heir to a child, like the grandfather rights or whatever. And basically the couple are united in this, basically telling them to fuck off. And obviously all this is going down. I love those stories because, well, like I said, I love the drama, but only enough to the point where it does not, I just love the justice at the very end of it. Because, like, oh my God, that is just palpable. Justice to me is like fucking nectar, guys. I love hearing about it because there's final, mind you, these stories, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are embellished, because if this happened a lot more, our society would be in a lot of trouble. It really would be. So I know for a fact a lot of these stories are completely fake. But I wouldn't deny that these stories were based in some kind of, in a form of, I'm not saying it would be true, but it could be. Because, like, some of the details, obviously have been embellished, to suit the story, or to basically hide certain information. Like, my favorite ones basically saying that this is A company and you work for a B company. So basically that tells me that they were, basically putting in that kind of information just so that they can have details to walk back on. Either that or trying to hide details. So, like I said, I wouldn't mind if it was true. I just prefer it wouldn't be, because, if we had these kind of troubles in real life, our society would kind of crumble, because we'd have a full-on sex war. I'm not kidding. Like, if this was going down, I'm surprised we haven't got one yet, folks. I'm sorry. But we've gotten to the point where we're at each other's throats. And exactly what I'm talking about, as far as we're at each other's throats, thinking that this kind of information is okay. This kind of thing is okay. It isn't. It effing isn't. It's nowhere near okay to have these kind of problems spring up in our society. So all I'm putting out here with these stories, these little things, is please, please, please help me finally tell these people that have a very thin skin to shut the hell up and stay off the internet. Seriously, guys, I'm sick and tired of hearing I got offended because these people said this. I'm tired of hearing it. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are too. You're tired of hearing, oh, he offended me. How the fuck did he offend you? He said I was weak. Are you? Are you weak? I just didn't like what he said. Then you're weak. And now I'm offended by you. Well, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm sorry that you think I should be sorry. Fuck. Dude, seriously. Man up or woman up or whatever, dude. Seriously, I don't give a damn. How's this? How's this for neutral? And I don't give two shits if it's offending anybody. Grow a thicker skin, ladies and gentlemen. And don't be all I'm not gonna be all toxic about it, because I get it. Some things do offend others, but seriously, don't do it just because you feel like it should offend you. Ladies and gentlemen, because I've seen that situation too, where I've seen situations where people say something or do something and you automatically feel offended because you think you should be offended. If you're not offended, don't be fucking offended. If you don't give two shits about this fucking situation, don't fucking worry about it. If it doesn't portray to you, don't worry. It's not up to you. It's not for you. If your buddy over here, Jose, you know, I'm Mexican, so I'm not gonna say shit. Jose or fucking Tyrone over here, right? I like if they are offended, if you're gonna make a joke, right, and they're laughing, don't be offended for them. Don't be, because it doesn't mean that they aren't offended. They're just hearing it every single day. They don't give two shits anymore. That's what I'm talking about, you know, growing a thicker skin is like, there are certain times where it's whatever, man. If like life is too short to fucking worry about little things like that. And if you feel like you should be offended, dude, your whole existence offends me. Because I'm tired of hearing your little moaning and groaning because you feel like someone hurt you. If it has nothing to do with you in any way, shape, or form, stay out of it, is what I'm trying to say this entire fucking time. Yes, I went all the way around just to say, if it doesn't offend you or doesn't affect you, stay out of it. And I do mean that in any way, shape, or form. And if you're offended, well, guess what? I don't give two craps. I don't. And if you're offended by me, mission accomplished. Anyway, thank you, Gandorians, for checking out my videos. And please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Please, guys, that would help my channel. I'll be offended if you didn't. Take care. I love you all. Take care.